What's going on, guys? Blazing here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me on another Raid Shadow Legends video. All right, so we have one of the final turn attack dungeons right now. Today, it looks like it's just the Ice Golem. We have finished up the dragon, right? We just went up here and got these rewards. That's it. We're done. We're finished. We don't care anymore, right? Same thing with the rest of us. We just really wanted to go in and get the points for the soul for our Sun Wukong. Sorry. Kind of a mental right there, right? So that's all we really did there. Now, the Ice Golem one, I mean, Undead Horde, could I farm hard mode? Yes. Is it really worth it? No. You know, if I want to try to be efficient, which is what the key is, right? You're going to see here, two guys only have been at the 3,000 mark. Everybody else is kind of way below or not even caring because it's Ice Golem. Now, farming stage 20 and 25 isn't really going to be the best, right? We don't really, you're not going to be able to do it efficiently and get the best points out of it. Now, stage 25, let's go ahead and we'll run that with my Bad Alcazard, right? We'll throw in some food champs and we'll throw in Bad Alcazard. Let's make sure we throw in a Undead. If I can find one. There we go. Nope. All right. So he's going to be able to do it, and he can do it in about 4 minutes, right? Now, the energy is going to be 20 energy per run. If we're looking just to get to 2,800, right, we're probably talking at about 2,300 energy. And actually, we can break that down real quick. Let me see if I can get my calculator up. Here we go. All right. So just going for the points, it's 2,800, right? And we're going to get about 35 points per run for this, right? Assuming that we can get it between the 100 and 150 mark. If we try to go any higher than that, it's going to be too much. So we're going to need about 80 points. And then if we're lucky, right, at 20 energy, that's 1,600 energy just to go for that one. Now, let's talk time. 4 minutes of run, right? Because you can see behind me right now, it's not that fast. We're at a minute and we're on to the second wave. So it is going to take us some time. Now, if we're looking at just time-wise, you're better off actually farming a lower stage, right? Because we can get it done easier, faster, and be in and out, especially because we have more of these dungeons going. Now, we don't know how many more we're going to have or what else we're going to have. It looks like the event for Sun Wukong is going to be about 2 weeks long. We're about a week already almost done, right? But don't forget, guys, we are going to have CBC coming up. We are going to have a fusion, what it looks like, within the next couple of days being announced. I'm probably guessing it'll be tomorrow. So do you really want to spend too much time in this dungeon, right? Or do you want to just get it over and done with? Because if you're going at it at this rate, at, let's say, 80 runs, currently we're at 2 minutes, right? So let's call it 80 runs at 4 minutes, 320 divided by 60. You're talking 5 hours, 5.5 hours almost of us farming this. Now, if you're free to play, the energy is not going to come easy. You pay to win, cool, set it up, walk away, see you later. But if you're free to play, it's not going to be efficient for you. What again is going to be efficient is you running the lower stages. Now, 2 minutes, 45 seconds, boss is halfway down. I think we might actually get a fast clear here. But if we go over 150 turns, then we're going to get less points, right? So that is the other issue we might have. 144 turns. Okay, so this is one of the better ones. So we got 36 points here, farming stage 25, right? 36 points, 20 energy. Now, let's go ahead and go on to stage 10. Stage 10, I can put my 4 food champs. I can put in, let's say, where is she? Where's my frozen banshee? I've got to have her. Let's just throw in my Vlad for right now. But frozen banshee can do it as well too, right? Vlad going in, double AoEs, 2 AoEs. He's probably the best one for this, but these guys kind of kill it. Boss comes in, wipes them out. 1, 2, done, 11 points. We got 20 points for 12 energy. We still got some 5-star pieces. So what did we lose? Well, we lost a little bit of silver. We lost a little bit of points on the XP, right, for the champion training. And we maybe, if we calculate everything out for points to ratio energy, it's probably the same, right? It's going to be about 1600 energy. Because if we're getting 20, right, if we need 2800 points divided by 20, that's 140. Times that by 12. So you're costing yourself 80 more energy, which if you divide that with, I believe we get almost 800 energy a day, or roughly about that, I think it is. You're pretty much all set in 2 days. So you do it today, you do it tomorrow, and you're done. So when CVC comes around, you're ready to start farming CVC and focus on whatever that's going to be. I'm guessing we're probably going to have either Sand Devils or we'll have Phantom Shogun. One of the two. But then you can focus on that. And for myself, that's what I've been doing. That's what I'm going to do. Now, you don't really need any special gear to farm this. You just need, like I said, even your Frozen, your Dark Elhain can do it, right? Where's mine? And she's not in great gear. There she is, right? And she's not in great gear, so she can do it as well too. There's one, the only thing that kind of is a drag about her is that she has only one AoE as opposed to 2, but if the boss procs a freeze, she'll end up doing the A2. Here we go, 1. So 26 seconds, 19 points, 17 turns. I don't know, guys. I feel like this is probably going to be the route to go. It's really up to you what you choose to do. Now, I do have a team that is built for stage 20, right? I did do the work. I did put it in. If you guys really want to do it, right, you come in and then you bring in your UDK. You bring in, or you could take UDK actually out. If you have a Gorgorab, you want to put Gorgorab in, and then you want to put Vogoth at the end and just kind of let them go. The run is not going to be the fastest, but it is consistent. It works well, and it's going to get you a little bit better gear, right? The builds that I currently have on him are all builds that I would use somewhere else, right? Or at least have some fun with them somewhere else. So it's not too bad. Again, the only problem I see with stage 20 is the Terror Beast, so it's not really worth kind of breaking my back or worrying about losing energy, right? We're seeing here 30 seconds. We'd already be done in stage 10. It's not worth it. Not for me whatsoever. But, you know, I'll showcase the team and the build if you guys want to, you know, do this. But I would suggest just stick to stage 10 and call it a day. 42 turns. We're a minute in already, right? Here we go with Vlad. Again, this team has no issue surviving whatsoever. It works out well. Vogoth coming in as a champ, keeping us healed up, right? Absorbing some of the damage because we do have him built in a Guardian set. Also keeping the ads provoked, so they're hitting him continuously. And so you're healing up the rest of your team. But you can see now we're at 2 minutes, 69 turns. Frozen Banshee coming back in. Don't worry, we're still fine. There we go, back up. Gorgorab is built pretty decent, right? But again, now we're at 80 turns, 2 minutes. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? Now, yes, I could come in with my Sifi, Rodos, a really super OP team, blast through this in about 25 seconds. But yeah, so we got 27 points for 16 energy. We got one piece of gear that is garbage, but we wasted 2 minutes, 13 seconds here. So let me show you guys the builds in case you do want to try to replicate this. But again, I would suggest just staying with stage 10. Okay, so Vlad, I have built in a Relentless and Speed set. Just because I use them for Faction Wars, right? I don't want to use them as a dedicated nuker right now. I don't have the gear for it, so I use them for my Faction Wars. As for stats, what are we looking for? attack as much as possible, right? So we have him at 4.8k, 227 speed, 100% crit rate, 237 crit damage, enough to be able to land his debuffs, right? For accuracy, 252. We do have him semi-fully booked, right? We are missing a couple of books on the A3 and on the A2, along with every book on the A1. So if you had him fully booked, it would definitely be a lot faster for you. Now, blessings-wise, we did go with Soul Reap, right? You could take Brimstone if you really wanted to. Masteries-wise, we haven't really finished that out, but we will be coming down and taking Helm Smasher. We will be taking Methodical. We are taking Blood Shield. We are taking Cycle of Violence, and we are taking Bring It Down. And because we are building with some accuracy, we are going to take Sniper, along with Lore of Steel and Swarm Smiter. All right, Dark Elhain. Well, we have her built with a triple Cruel set, right? So basically ignoring 15% of the enemy's defense, along with getting some extra attack. If you had refresh accessories, obviously on your damage dealers, they're going to work the best. Now, attack is one of the things we care about the most, so we got her built at 5k attack. We don't care about HP or defense, right? Especially if we're going to farm the lower stages, it doesn't really matter. 199 speed, so if we can get her a little faster, go for it. 100% crit rate, 256 crit damage, and then she does bring a decreased speed, which could help for PvE content, so we did have some accuracy built on her with 288. As for books, we did have her fully booked. We did take Phantom Touch, right? Masteries-wise, because we eventually will be using her for an arena showcase, we did take Helm Smasher. We did take Kill Streak. We did take Methodical along with Bring It Down. We also did take Sniper, Lore of Steel, and Cycle of Magic. All right, next up is Gorgorab. Now, Gorgorab, I think, is a great candidate for a bolster set or a regen set. I really like the bolster set because it provides us with some extra healing with a shield, right? And we do have him built with a speed set as well. Again, refresh accessories, if you had them, are gonna work great. Stats-wise, what are we talking about? Well, tanky is what we're looking for him, right? So we got him at 48k HP. If you can get him to close to 60, you will be solid. 3.4k defense. Anything over 3 is great for him. 265 speed. A little bit on the slower side. If I can get him closer to 300, I would definitely do it. Crit rate, crit damage, we don't care for it, right? It doesn't do anything for us. Resistance at 377. If we can resist anything, that would be great. Closer to 400 would be even better. Now, books-wise, we have him fully booked. If you have him early on, you're going to use him for your arena, so he's definitely a solid champion to book out, right? Carapace, I think that's what it's called, is what we took for a blessing, right? As for masteries, we did go down and take Timely Intervention, Spirit Haste, Cycle of Magic, Lore of Steel, along with Rapid Response. We did also take Retribution, along with Cycle of Revenge, and Delay of Death. All right, so Husk is in my Hydra team, right? And so we basically have him in a Reflex and Speed. Now, stats-wise, what are we looking for? Well, we're abusing his enemy max HP, right? So we don't care about attack. We care about trying to build him tanky. Now, with the Reflex gear that I currently have in the account, he's got like the lower end because I only use him for Brutal Hydra. Now, we do have him built for 46k HP, 2k defense, 225 speed, 120% crit rate. I know it's too much, but we had to. 185 crit damage. Now you're going to say the crit damage is quite low. That is true because, again, he is built for Hydra. So when he's built for Hydra, we bring a decreased defense and weaken. And so we put that in the build to try to be optimal, right? 197 resistance, we don't really care. 159 accuracy, definitely doesn't matter to us. We don't care about the provoke. As for skills, we do have them fully booked. Cruelty is the blessing we took. Masteries-wise, we did go down and we took Helm Smasher, right? We did take Kill Streak, we took Methodical, we took Bring It Down. We also did take Master Hexer, right? Honestly, though, you should probably take the... Master Hexer is what you want to take, right? It won't extend the debuffs, but you know, it should be okay. There's nothing really else you could take. You could take Spirit Haste, I guess, but nothing else really helps you out in the bottom row here, unless you go to support the defense tree. Lore Seal is what you want to take, along with Cycle of Magic. All right, next up is Vogoth. Vogoth is actually one of my favorite champions because of the utility, right? He requires very minimal, I guess, gear and books to be efficient. It doesn't require any books, to be honest. Doesn't even require masteries, but we do have him fully geared out with a Guardian and Immortal set. Guardian absorbs some of the damage, heals us back, so we're good. We also did put the Immortal set on him to try to get that extra healing. Now, we did take counterattack accessories. If we could fit more, we definitely would. That A1 being able to increase the debuffs is actually kind of nice, right? Pretty big. Imagine in Clan Boss being able to keep the decreased defense weekend poisons up the whole time. That's kind of good. Now, as for his stats, what did we do? Well, we built him tanky, 69k HP, and that's still kind of low. I've ideally wanted to get him closer to 80, but I don't use him a lot, so I don't want to devote the best Guardian gear to him, right? 3.2k defense works out well, 209 speed, 33 crit rate, 96 crit damage. We don't care about either one of those. 271 resistance. Again, not really needed. If you want to, you could. 270 accuracy. You want at least enough accuracy to be able to land the debuffs and extend them, right? As for skills, we do have them fully booked. You don't need it. The passives serve absolutely no purpose. I mean, this one, if you want to put the books in to increase the chance, you totally could. But this one's the one you're really using them for, and you're not going to, book this because it doesn't need anything. Iron Will is what we did take for him. As for masteries, we did go down and we took Bulwark. We did go down and take Cycle of Revenge, along with Selfless Defender. We did take Spirit Haste, right? Not that it really matters. You probably could take Sniper or Master Hexer, depending on which other ones you will take. If you need the accuracy, you could go down the right side. Again, we did take Cycle of Magic, and that's because of the Provoke on the A2. It does help a little bit, especially with the Terror Beast. We did take Merciful Aid, along with Healing Savior. So there you have it, guys. Hopefully, you found this helpful, informative. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you're new, consider subscribing to the channel. It does help. And, again, I'm farming stage 10. Endgame player here telling you it's not worth it. As always, guys, much love, much appreciation. Be safe, be well, be good to each other. I'll catch you guys in the next one.